time.
That's why we appreciate you being chair.
Well, you know, it's like that's the good news and the bad news. It's 1 minute, but you get the whole minute.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
All right, so this Friday, October 19th, we have the funeral of Devontae Mendes. We call him T. Smugly, T. Prince. He was an aspiring musician. He was shot in the back as he was trying to open the doors of the Good Shepherd, where we were supposed to have the acting course. But unfortunately, like churches, they are also businesses. So because that door didn't open, he was gunned down, and his blood is still there to this day. So this Friday, I would like Mark Ridley Thomas, Marquise Harris Dawson, Herb Wesson, maybe Curran Price, especially since that's his district, to come and pay respects and apologize to the family of T. Prince, and letting him know that there is venues and there's opportunities that you are building, so tragedies like this for this 25-year-old born and raised in South LA doesn't happen again. So this Friday at Carver Missionary Baptist Church, 51st and Hoover, 11 a.m., T. Prince will be buried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, huh?
Next speaker, please.
Well, Ms. Barger, I'm glad you found out that Mitchell Englander of the 12th District is now stepping down as of the end of December. We know that he's going to be indicted for those fundraiser conditions that he was exposed by the LA Times. But in addition to that, I want the public to know that I'm going to expose who he is. He's a tyrant, belligerent, offensive Jewish man. Every time I attended a meeting, I've never felt so threatened by this person. Always walking up to me, pointing in my face that if I don't shut up or be quiet, I might be thrown out of a public building. Which, the history of what you read in the LA Times and the Downey newspaper, it's a fact. I've been thrown out of public meetings simply for exercising my First Amendment. And it's a shame that we have elected officials who do not respect the Brown Act.
Thank you. Please call the remaining speakers. We'll be right with you, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam Chair. With the following individuals, please come forward and staff will assist you. The Red Chief Hunt, Victor Trujillo, Wayne Spindler, and Nicole Parsons. Thank you.
Oh, this is good.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, hi. Once again, my name is Precious Young.
Oh, she's good.
I believe that a lot of things need to change in the sense of with the situation with homelessness. There aren't enough housing navigators to help us to get out of this situation, or to help individuals to get out of this situation. They put individuals in homeless shelters, and then there's no transition after that. So after that homeless shelter stays up, you're either looking for another homeless shelter or you're out of doors on the street. And it's like, unfortunately for families with children, they can't just go and be on the street because DCFS gets involved and they say, oh, you're neglectful, you're an endangerment to your child, and then they take your children out of their custody and they put them in a foster care system where they can be raped, molested, and anything else unhumane can happen to them. And it's unfortunate that there are no programs that actually assist you with the transition from homelessness to permanent housing. That needs to be addressed and fixed.
Thank you, ma'am. Next speaker, please.
Wow.
Okay. Again, my name is Milcdah Eugenia White. I've been a client bridge to home and referred to the LA Family Housing Division. And I'm just going to address in general that it's been disheartening what I feel is mismanagement that's happened from the prior administration to the new administration when it comes to District 5 and SPA 1, 2, and 3. And for me, the point that I see here, 24, as far as management being combined or merged between CDC and Housing Authority, I'm not sure whether to say yes or no on that, because between both of those agencies and my Section 8, which had a special needs accommodation for my son, to me there's been a travesty with the rules that are in action. You know, my son became 18 while he was in high school, and my leadership and advocacy was disavowed during that period. At the same time, for that termination of the tool of the Section 8, I became homeless. So that's all I have to say, but thank you for letting me share that, Commissioners. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Next
Wow.
speaker, please.
Hi, my name is Victor Trujillo. When I first came to complain about my situation, my real estate situation in Lancaster, I'm in Palmdale, Lancaster, I actually came and they told me I couldn't talk to 5th District. And I was talking to Molina Solis. Then after that I was denied. They just were too busy for a couple of years, and I started dealing with, I believe it was Cobb Albi. And I went on for a couple of years, and from there I finally got the Business Consumer Affairs involved. But it was interesting that that's the procedure I took. When I came back as a clean slate, Sheila Q directed me back to the 5th District. That's after Mike Antonovich left. So it was really surprising because they said, since you don't live in the LA County, you're not allowed to talk to 5th District. You have to be dealt by other board members. I kept that secret for the last 6 years. I was told legally that's the way it went. So I actually kept that secret, and I'm letting this piece play out. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Yes, so we bring good news to the 5th District. The midget, Mitchell Englander, has been defeated and deposed. He has resigned from the LA City Council, the worst little loser. And as you know, he tried to take over the 5th District with $1.4 million in stolen, laundered campaign cash, tried to defeat Catherine Barger, and he lied he was a police officer. Now he resigned from the City Council, and now the City Council is going to have no representative for the next 2 years unless the city spends $4.4 million on a special election. So what are you guys going to do about it? And the LA Times, he's got trouble, he's busted, and that's why the little creep has resigned. So we thank God for Catherine Barger, we thank God for Mike Antonovich, because you saved us. Imagine if that little creep was here on this board today, but thank God he's not. Mitchell Englander is politically dead. Thank you so much. He's a creep.
Speaking of Lancaster, okay, that was just
Robert
a segue.
Green from Lancaster, California.
Let's go to
I'm talking
Lancaster.
about the West Valley County Water District.
Hi there.
That's my bud.
And I was down there last week to talk about, I went to get water, and Mark Crosby, the general manager, caught me, which I had to use a pair of vice grips to turn his faucet on, and he went and called Lisa and Brian Valentine to come watch and take pictures of me taking water. And he made a statement to me, he said, "You pay your bill." My bill's been paid. All those late charges are all bogus charges. And I was down there, I signed papers, and I had the police come up and talk to me about elderly abuse, and they say I am being elderly abused by the water board. And then General Manager Mark Crosby making false statements. And all those late charges are bogus because I dropped a bunch of papers off at Kathleen Barger's office, and they say my bills are paid on time and have no trouble, and it's got to get the DA up there and the sheriff to arrest them and take them away.
I love that guy.
Next speaker, please.